Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Brianna Colette for Who Did What? And today we are going to review, this is a spoiler alert, Beauty and the Beast. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I'm going to tell you, number one, how I feel about the movie, and then two, I'm going to break down what happens in the movie. So if you were not trying to hear what happened in Beauty and the Beast, just don't watch this at all. Okay, jumping right in it. Love this movie. Okay, wait. Since this is a Disney movie, I'm gonna try my best not to curse and say bad words. So, all right. Number one, I love this movie. Love with a capital L. Disney did it right. Okay? D-D-R. Disney did it right. This is the remake that I've been waiting for. Now, there's been other Disney movies remade, you know, there's been a little darker and whatever, you know what I mean? But this movie, Disney did it exactly like the animated movie. It was so good. 5 stars on the cast. Okay, let me just get into the cast. I'm so excited about this. Like, I need to go see this movie again. I saw it opening night. It was everything. Okay, opening scene. Let me just tell you what I love about the opening scene. So the opening scene gives me a kind of like Phantom of the Opera masquerade ball. Very visual, dramatic. You know, it's just like, oh. And then on top of that, they got a black woman singing opera in the opening scene. I'm like, yes, Disney, where have y'all been? Thank you. It was so refreshing to see all of the multicultural people they had in this movie. Disney could have kept it real whitewashed, okay? You know how Hollywood be trying to do movies sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But no, Disney had all different colors of people. It was so refreshing. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Emma Watson, she was perfect. She was the perfect Belle. Now, I had my reservations when I heard she was going to be Belle. I was like, oh, she going to be Belle? Okay? No. She was the perfect Belle. Like, she is a freaking princess. Like, I would watch her be Belle all day, every day. If she had a TV show and she was Belle, I would watch it. Okay? She was on point. Gaston. He was so fine. Like, so fine. Like Gaston, he is the same actor. God, I can't remember his name right now. He's the same actor that played the, Dracula Untold. Sexy, hot. Ladies, I don't know if you have seen him in Dracula Untold. Please go watch that movie. He is so, he's everything. This is a Disney thing, so I'm gonna try to like keep it PG, okay? All right. Gaston was everything. LeFou was perfect. Now, there was all this controversy about there being a gay character, and Malaysia pulled it from their theaters, and people were, you know, upset. First of all, let's be honest, okay? Like, gay cartoon characters have existed for centuries. Do your research, okay? There's been, I remember Bugs Bunny back in the day, like kissing Elmer Fudd, you know, just to like irritate him. Like, you guys can't get hung up on this gay thing. And there was maybe 2 minor moments where you noticed that he was gay, where he was just like, you know, and then there was a moment where they had changed the outfit on one of, like, the big wardrobe had dressed one of the guys coming into the castle to, like, storm the castle, and she threw all these clothes on him, and then all of a sudden he looked like a woman, and he was like, oh, this is great, you know? But that was about it. It wasn't like he was walking around acting like a drag queen or whatever the whole time. This movie was perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I'll jump right to, well, first of all, 5 stars. 5 stars, bravo, Disney. This is how you do a remake from an animation. I want to see them do Little Mermaid like that. Now, I've heard there's supposed to be like a mermaid movie coming out later this year. I saw the trailer. I'm not impressed. Unless it's going to be The Little Mermaid with Ariel, I don't need to see a movie about a mermaid. Sorry. Okay? All right. So right away, I'll just tell you, these are the only things that I noticed that were different. There is a scene in the movie when Belle is being held captive with the beast or whatever, when Belle is being held captive with the beast, and he shows her this magic book, and he's like, this will take you anywhere you want to go, a place that you know, a place you wish you had been or whatever. And now Belle still does not know what has happened to her mother, so she wishes excuse me, to go back to Paris or France or whatever. Well, no, they're in France. So I guess Paris, to go to Paris and find out what happened to her mom. Her mom died in the plague, and her father had to leave the mom there in the attic apartment that they lived in and take the child before the child was going to catch the plague. So that was really cool to just kind of know, like, Disney never tells you what happens to the mothers. You just know, like, the mom died, or you see her die in the opening scene or whatever, or there's just no mom at all. So that was kind of refreshing to know, like, oh, okay, so this is what happened. They changed it from being Maurice, her father, Belle's father, was originally the inventor. And they changed that. So he wasn't an inventor. He was kind of like a guy who fixes clocks and stuff. So I don't know why they didn't make him the inventor. I was really confused because the main scene where he leaves Belle in the village, he has this big contraption, you know, that he puts on the back of his carriage, and he's going off to town, you know, to like get into a fair or whatever. So you see him with the carriage and the horse, and then he's got like a little clock with him. And I'm like, really? Y'all couldn't have just thrown like a, I don't know why they changed the whole inventor thing and not making him like the, you know, crazy old Maurice inventor. So that was different. And then, oh gosh, there was like one other scene that was different. What was it? What was it? Let me think. I believe there was one other scene that was different. Yes, when Belle, when the father was going back to get Belle with Gaston and LeFou, they end up leaving him tied up or up to a tree or whatever. Because they're like, oh, you're crazy. There is no beast. There's no castle. Boo, boo, boo. Right? So this woman named Agatha, who they say is kind of like a spinster, like, you know, she's not marryable. No one's going to marry her. And she kind of like looks crazy walking around the village. She ends up rescuing him from being left for dead with the wolves. And so she's living in the forest, you know, making tea and nurses him back to health or whatever. Turns out that Agatha, the like homeless looking woman, she was the one who put the curse on the beast in the first place. So that was like a little spin at the end. So at the very end, if you remember in the movie, you know, the whole village goes to the castle. Now, originally I felt like the castle was far, far, far away. But it seemed like people were going to the castle and back to the village all in the same day. So I was like, really? It was that quick? It looks a lot further when you're sitting up on the rooftop of that castle. It looks like the village is like a day away. But anyway, no matter. So yeah, at the very end, when the whole village comes to like take over the castle or whatever, Agatha, you know, magically walks in at the right moment to lift the spell, and you know, Belle has fallen in love with him, he's fallen in love with her. Now, when the beast turns back into himself, he looks, you know, average. I mean, honestly, I thought he was gonna be fine. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see what this beast looks like. Is he gonna be cute? Because Gaston was fine. Like, I would get with Gaston any day. But he was alright. Like, he didn't really move me. You know what I mean? Like, his hair wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, come on, Disney. Y'all did not pump him up. You know what I mean? Like, if he comes out of beast mode, he needs to be on like gorgeous godly mode, like the sexiest man alive mode. He didn't really do it for me, but whatever. The movie was perfect. The dress, Belle's dress, was everything. She's had the yellow gown on. It was just life I was living. I definitely cried, not because something really sad happened, but because the movie was just so real. And the way that they changed it from animation to a feature film, it was done perfectly. Like, nothing about it was cheesy. They stuck true to the story. They didn't change much. You know, the costumes were the same. One other thing I really did love, and earlier I was talking about the diversity of it, but when all of the pieces of furniture came back to life and came into human form, you saw like the opera singer in the beginning, the black woman, she is like, you know, married to the Italian guy, you know, and then the French guy has a black French girlfriend, you know what I mean? It was like really cute, the interracial relationships, and just seeing the colorful people, and it not just being, you know, a whitewashed cast. So I really appreciate that. Parents, I want to encourage you to go out there and take your children to this movie. This was a great film. There was nothing in it inappropriate. The story was the same. So bravo, Disney. I loved this movie. I was really, really, really happy and excited. This was great. So thank you. I'm your girl, Brianna Colette, and we'll see you next time.